Here's a question. How many people do you know? Probably you've met many, right? And out of those people, how many do you consider them to be friends? People who you can hang out with regularly and can always hit them up whenever. And out of those people, how many do you consider them to be close friends? People you can confide your deepest feelings to without getting some sarcastic or unnecessary comment and just have a moment of connection. I bet you $1 the amount of people in each section went down drastically. And it is not a unique case in this day and age. Gen Z is having what many call a loneliness epidemic, a generation-wide event where people are being more distant from each other than ever before, and it's having its consequences. Gen Z is struggling to make friends, and as a Gen Zer, I know personally about the struggle. Older people constantly talk about how back in their days you could become friends with almost anyone on the spot. But nowadays, things have changed. Cold approaching someone seems almost taboo at this point. People look like they don't want to be approached as if it is just an inconvenience. And truthfully, for many, it almost is. We live in a society that seems to punish those who try and be open and reward those who keep to themselves. We live in an ever accelerating world where everyone is trying to get ahead of each other, competing for a so-called better future. But nobody ever seems to stop and think of who they will share that future with. With themselves, I feel that it's going to get rather boring and sad very quickly. I think people should slow down and enjoy life more and just sit down for a moment. But we truly can't. The economy we live in does not allow for that. Ever more aggressive costs of living keep us preoccupied with how to get to the next day, that it just rarely allows us the time to enjoy a given moment or to relax for a day without feeling guilty that we should be doing something productive instead. And the societal expectations add even more pressure to go to college, make a career, and just focus on getting rich. I'm not saying you shouldn't go to college. Education is important. But there also needs to be times to build your own character and spirit. Otherwise, we forget how to act around others and become awkward. The reality of this situation is pretty devastating, and everyone in this generation is affected. A small piece of advice I can offer to anyone watching this video is, if you go outside during your day to day, don't be afraid to say something to anyone. Strike a small conversation if the other person allows for it. It will make your day better and theirs as well. Trust me, I am delighted whenever someone approaches me to talk for a while, and other people are as well. You never know who needs that little moment to break up their loneliness and make them feel seen. Be kinder to people around you. It's the small things in life that can make the biggest impact in your life. Good luck, fellow Gen Zer. You've got a whole life ahead of us. If you have any thoughts or ideas to add about the current loneliness epidemic, I would be more than grateful to hear them in the comments. Like and subscribe to hear more from me. Until next time.